being able to have a universal language, a language that's understandable to all.
If the government is stealing our funds,
we talk about it.
Talk about it. If streets are not safe for women,
say
talk about it. Just like literally anything.
Hi everyone, welcome to another session of the Powerful Conversation. My name is Wendy Ongare, and with me here I have amazing artists, and today we're going to discuss about active poetry in Kenya.
I am Javan the poet.
Hello, I'm Spontaneous the poet.
My name is Goofy.
PAWAful uses art for social change, and in partnership with artists using different art forms, we seek to activate artists to become activists. So what's your take on active poetry? Like, is there an audience for it? Do people relate with these pieces? Yes.
Okay, for me, poetry is my experiences. And over the years, I've learned that experiences are similar, if not identical. And the human nature appeals to a certain aspect of life that is relatable to someone else. So poetry for me is just telling those stories that are relatable. If I can relate to something, that is where I go. Yeah, and majority of my pieces are ones that are appealing to the human touch, the emotional stuff, and all those things. And one of the things is politics. We live in a very political society.
Yeah.
We are like politically charged. So if we can educate the masses about voting patterns, about our history, about what we want as a country, how our taxes are used, corruption and its effects, that for me is like active poetry, where you are bringing something that affects the people today and the days to come, and you're giving them like alternatives, or you're giving them ways on how to counter some certain things. So that for me is active. It's active poetry, where we are appealing to the parts of us that are dear to us, that shape our lives, our futures, our children, our families, and everything. Yeah.
I hear you. I feel I was listening to Goofy and I was just thinking, okay, now I don't even have words because he's actually covered everything I was thinking about. Because God, he's actually said it. Active poetry is generally what he said, tapping into the human emotion and being able to have a universal language, a language that's understandable to all, and like he said, offering solutions. For me, for a long time I have done poetry using my own experiences. So when I do my own experiences and do a research further on what my experiences have on other people, then I'm able to speak out for everyone else and seek solution, like he said. So mine tend to lean on human rights violations a lot. You find me talk about gender-based violence, politics, mostly issues that are rarely said by many. You know, like if you want to talk about rape, how many people are really willing to tap into that emotion, or how many people really understand it? Yeah, so I feel that for me is active poetry. And is it accepted in the society as a universal language? Yes, it is. Yeah.
Definitely, this is an issue so close to your heart.
Yeah, yes, active poetry is really taking shape, and to me, the difference is not that my poetry is only influenced by my environment and what I go through, but also influenced by people whom I meet, because I've written poetry of things that I really haven't gone through, but then I can relate to other people's pain through what they explain to me, through what they tell me. And what really influenced my writing ways, what really charged my way of looking at issues were artists that I listened to before. And just listening through what they were saying, I could clearly say, of course this person can't have gone through this much, but then they relate to this, and for some reason they've wanted to know more about these issues. I did a piece on coal mining, coal that is to be mined in Kenya. It is to be mined in Lamu. The coal plant is to be set in Lamu. The mining is to be done in Ukambani. I've not been to either of those places.
Yeah.
But then listening to the people who talk about this issue, I can relate to their pain. I can relate to the ecosystem that they are talking about. And then doing my research, I can of course get to tap into this energy.
Yeah.
I can get words to articulate this issue well, and to say there is platform, there is audience for this type of poetry. Because people have issues that they would want to talk about, but they can't really put it out artistically. So what they do is find whoever is doing whatever they relate to, and they can have that, circle. To just sit and relate and listen and say, yeah,
You get
you
me.
said what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And some of them will be like, man, I didn't think anybody could say that, but you said it.
Yeah.
So as we go further, as we go deeper, all that matters is the state that we are in. Is it positive or is it negative? Because active poetry to me also includes appreciating. It's not about complaining all the time. It's about also saying they did good and we have to talk about it. We have to applaud. Otherwise we will be spitting venom to everybody's ears and to everybody's heart and turning this energy to something else. So active poetry is something that is shaping up and is really going to be part of this society.
In regards to addressing the socioeconomic and political issues that happen in the society, can we leverage on poetry for revolution?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
There's no revolution without music and arts. Like through your struggles, through your revolutions, when you're beaten down, when you're just hitting the walls, what is it that inspires you? Creativity, our wordings, how we talk about what we feel, inspire people. And as of now, poetry is that one thing that brings us together and talk about, let's say, corruption. I will talk to a bunch of people about corruption and they'll understand it differently, but one thing. Then I say, so what do we do? Are we going to move forward or are we going to sit back? So poetry and arts plays a key role in shaping the future, in bringing about social change, social justice.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
The times.
Poetry for revolution?
The times. We should mirror the times at all times. Even if you're just like focusing on love poems or human rights poems, everything, just like we should mirror the times, we should like strive to mirror the times. By that I mean whatever is happening around you, like your first responsibility is to share what is happening. So if the government is stealing our funds,
We talk about it.
talk about it. If streets are not safe for women,
Say it.
talk about it. If
Yeah.
just like literally anything, you are like you have the responsibility to talk about it. But then again, it's not a must. It's not like you have to talk about this and this and this.
Yeah.
That's where like I think we confuse the two. I don't have to talk about the political things or anything. But then again, just goes back to conviction. Like, will you stay in a society where everything is going wrong, but you as an artist, you don't want to document that stuff? Then we'll say history will judge us harshly. So, yeah.
Now when two amazing minds just say everything, I appreciate what you guys have said because that's exactly how I felt. Goofy said talk about it. And that's all that matters. That's all that really really counts. So will poetry be able to the social economic change? Yes, for me it's, you start with the universal language. Even the greatest of the greatest understood the universal language. When you're able to tap into a human's emotion and you're able to spur that positively, be sure to spur it positively, because it all starts with the heart and the mind. The rest is history. If you can tap into that, the rest is history. Yeah.
So 21st March is World Poetry Day. That's coming up. As your parting shot, like, what's your call to action?
My call to action is I want everybody to stand on their feet and just talk about what they feel should be talked about in your own ways. But one thing that should be in the back of everyone's head is you want a safer, better world. You know, the question has been, are we happy? You know, is she happy? Is he happy? Are you happy? Am I happy? So as you do whatever you do, please make sure that you stand up for humanity. That is all that matters. We are humans, and I have to stand for you. You have to stand for me. We have to thrive as people.
Wow.
Okay. My take is just be yourself. Do you. Everyone will come up with stories and ideas of how you're supposed to better yourself. You know yourself better. Be you, do not fear, do not question, do not doubt, just do it. And most importantly, just live life and love love. Yeah.
Naangusha tu
Live
madem.
life, love life.
Live life, love love. Ishi maisha, penda upendo.
Okay.
Well, it
Time to shine.
Black king.
Well, the world would be a very dark place without our stories. So wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever means you have, whatever medium, just tell your story. Let the world know about it. Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and watch out for the next powerful conversation. This is Power 254 and it's Art Rising.
Yeah. Woo.